Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Rob and Maggie with Coexisting. We have a long intro today, and I just wanted to let you know, but here we go.
God, I do not care about this pay-per-view. I'm sorry, premium live event. What? So wait, they're starting with the triple threat match? Like, that's the only match I care for. Becky Lynch is a national treasure. What the hell is she wearing? I love that. I'm sorry. Bianca Belair should retire in 20 years or so with no one ever beating her for that title. I think Candy P just became my favorite rapper. AJ Styles. I'm not even sorry. Okay, here we go. Come on, Ali, shut this fucker up. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking boo! Boo! Look, baby Seth, it's Big Seth. Oh no, he's wearing the polka dot. Oh no. Spree! I wanna be there. Sledgehammer. Okay. I'm not buying that, Seth. There you go. There you go. What? Why?
Big news concerning John Cena.
Who?
My husband has the giant, gigantic balls. Massive balls, huge balls, biggest balls in the whole world.
I don't want to know that. What is happening?
The youngest United
Oh, shut up! Shut up! Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
as your father
Why am I watching this again?
His way is brutality. So far, it's been working out for him. 6-1 knock to the outside. They obviously has felt the wrath of Beer Mahal.
Yeah, no.
The newest member of the Judgment Day.
Oh no, who could have seen this coming?
Is holding us back. Which is you.
Oh.
A-Rock. I think it's a smart move.
You're probably wondering what that sound is. Well, I just actually ran into Wrestling Twitter. Yes, Wrestling Twitter is here. Yep, Wrestling Twitter.
Hey, why'd you stop the movie?
That was the movie. That was it. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is June 10th. What a week of wrestling, Maggie.
Nothing newsworthy happened.
Yeah, it was kind of slow. You know what?
Yeah.
Let the hell with it. Let's just go ahead and call it. You guys have a great week. Maggie, tell it. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. You know, the thing is, I love those reaction videos because they're good stuff. It's what Vince would call good shit, pal. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about. We have Hell in a Cell. Kind of like we're going to talk about what we thought about Hell in a Cell a little bit. Not go too much into detail. A little bit about a couple things on Raw, and Dynamite was really damn good, I thought. And just a couple of news and notes here and there, like normal. But it was pretty eventful, and let's just go ahead and get into it. Maggie, what did you think of? What was your favorite match? You'd say at Hell in a Cell.
Before we get into the show, a couple of things, guys. Please like the video. Send us a super chat because we are donating all of our super chat proceeds to a great cause, which Rob will tell you right now.
Yeah, thank you. And I already noticed that I skipped part of my script.
It's our first day.
It's our first day again. So yes, our super chats today are going to a really, really good person. His name is Jay. He's known on Twitter as the Great Fowler. He has been very supportive of Fightful, including myself over the years. He's really knowledgeable when it comes to wrestling and in general. He's just an overall good guy. He's had a lot of health issues over the past few years with like his heart, and because he hasn't been able to work, he's had living arrangement issues as well. So basically, this is our way of trying to help him the best that we can. So we wanted to do something for him because he's a great guy, and I know it was something that I told him, I know it might not be much, but it's something, and we just want to show our appreciation for you. And he was very, very appreciative, and he really couldn't believe it when I told him that. And he was very grateful, and it's just one of those things that that's one thing that you and I have in common, Maggie. We like to do good things for good people, and this is when I asked you about it. You were all for it, and that's the thing. Like we like to help good people, and yeah, and that's why we're doing it. So all the proceeds will go to him. And like everybody, like Sean approved it from Fightful. He was really cool. And if you go to Sean's Twitter, you'll see that his pin tweet is actually for Jay, aka Great Fowler. So definitely follow him. He's really, really smart guy when it comes to wrestling, and he knows a lot of people. I won't say everybody he knows, but he knows a lot of people when it comes to your favorite wrestler. So he's just a good guy, and you should definitely follow him. But yeah, and we'll remind you throughout the show. But yeah, guys, if you could do us a huge favor, hit that like button. It shows people like us. It does good for like algorithm type stuff for YouTube. It also lets Sean and Jimmy know that you guys
we're awesome and stuff.
Yeah, that you want to keep us around. But yeah, we can't say like enough, and we're very excited about this week's show. I always say it every week to Maggie. I'm like, Friday's my favorite day of the week because we get to do this show. It's a blast. And this past week, they gave us plenty to talk about in the wrestling world. And like I already said to Maggie about Hell in a Cell, but I noticed I already jumped half my page, so I don't even want to start with Hell in a Cell. I want to actually start with Dynamite, because Dynamite this week, I have a friend that only really watches New Japan Pro Wrestling. He only watches that. It's just his preference.
Good choice.
No, yeah, that's awesome. And I just kind of told him, I'm like, dude, just trust me this week. Just watch AEW. And he's like, okay. He's like, you don't tell me often to do this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. So he did, and I was at the Minnesota Twins and New York Yankees game, at the baseball game with my family, and I knew I wouldn't be able to watch live, and he watched it, and he sent, I don't think I've ever got so many text messages in a short time frame. He was just happy when Will Ospreay showed up, because he's just a huge
he loves Dolph Lundgren? Okay.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, he's just a big fan.
He's the same.
Yeah,
I swear he's the same.
Well, Dolph Lundgren's a member of Mensa, so that's the difference.
I don't know what that means.
That's like the elite smart group, the smartest people in the world.
Yeah, okay.
which I'm not part of, but I mean, definitely my computer's not part of, but I'm actually on a different one. So let's just clap our hands and hopefully no technical difficulties happen today. But we got tons of super chats already, and I'm going to get through those. And I'm actually going to use my phone because even though it's a different computer, I don't trust anything today. So I'm going to
Yeah,
use
we don't have Alex McCarthy this week to to jump in.
yeah. But Maggie, what did you think of Dynamite while I get to these super chats?
Well, I would have preferred if I wasn't working all the time and I could have actually watched Dynamite in the comfort of my own home on my couch and hugging my stuffed animals and whatever, and regularly. But like this week, because I'm basically hashtag no days off Maggie, like forever and ever and forever and always. And I actually had to watch Dynamite on my phone while I was working the day shift. And I always hate watching wrestling shows that way. Like usually, because I work every Friday during the day, I watch NXT UK and Impact on my phone, and I hate that because I love those shows and I want to give them, the a proper viewing. And it's always a drag when you have to watch your favorite show on your phone while actually making coffee. It's a drag, but it was pretty exciting nonetheless. I was on the edge of my seat, and my bar seats aren't that comfy, so it's I knew that it was gonna be a great show. Yeah, but seeing Ospreay on AEW was I expected that to happen.
Yeah.
It's it was. It wasn't such a big the biggest surprises. I will tell you what popped me, and I will never forgive my boss for that. Because like usually at least one of my bosses is there throughout my shift because they do all kinds of side work or whatever. And we have this glass which we put our tips in it, because our tips they mustn't be mixed with the money we make during the shift.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we can write them off and then at the end of the shift just get them out, they need to be like outside of the money the bar makes. And they're in this this glass. And while Hangman Adam Page was talking about Okada, and my boss found a coin, like they left me a tip, and he just put that coin in in the glass, and it was basically a coin drop, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
And I just, he didn't know what I was doing,
Yeah.
like they have no idea I watch wrestling. They don't know what I'm doing here, like whatsoever. And I just flipped out and just started shouting at him, "Do you know what you did?" And he was like, "No, what the hell did I do?" And I actually had to, I was so mad, but it was like, you can understand why it wasn't such a, I was pissed off.
Yeah. Well, what's funny there is you said like what was funny is how you were talking about like at your bar. Like I remember when my buddy he owned a coffee shop, and he like had nobody. He's like, I just need you to watch it for 30 minutes, just please. I have to go to the bank and get change. And I'm like, okay, I'll stay here. And literally, I just sat down, and somebody came in like, I need a coffee. I'm like, just go behind the bar and get it. Because I'm like, I'm not, I'm like, I'm worthless. I'm like watching my phone and ready to go.
Yeah.
And that was, but yeah, let's go ahead and get to these super chats. Ryan Sullivan starts us off with a very generous $10 super chat. I think every week you guys should put up a poll on if Rob will have technical difficulties. Happy Friday. Well,
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I know what I'll vote for. Matt Reichel sends a super chat. Happy Friday, Rob and Maggie. Just thought I'd say Maggie is a national treasure. Why hasn't Roman Reigns been stripped of his titles yet? I'm confused. Well, the reason why they're not going to strip him of his titles is because they don't want to. I mean, to be honest with you, they made this mistake by putting both titles on them when they shouldn't
It
have.
was a huge mistake.
They should have just if anything, they should have just done the Lesnar thing. Just let him hold on to one of the titles and just let.
Yes, until the Undertaker comes back with his old theme and just you done it now. You don't get a big mistake.
Yeah, and that's it, Matt. That's the biggest thing. They're not going to strip him of the titles because this is. I mean, they've signed him to a contract, and it was reported just recently that he's not going to work Money in the Bank. So he's going to wrestle SummerSlam, and we'll probably start seeing him. I'm guessing early July. Probably, it wouldn't surprise me if we do see him at Money in the Bank, like after maybe the winner of Money in the Bank he comes out, something like that. I could see. But
he can pull off a John Cena.
Yeah, something like that. I could see. Our next super chat's from John Barker. Don't forget to have something to eat and stay hydrated, you glorious bees. I got my water here.
I try.
There you go. Oh, M&M's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Courtney Summers sends us a super chat of it's a super sticker
It's a
chat.
super sticker.
Yeah, cool. I think that's the first one we've got of those.
Yeah, I don't think we
Nice.
have had it. Yeah, thank you, Courtney. You're a gem.
Jeremy Bauman sends us a super chat. He went to Hell in a Cell and it was amazing.
Oh,
very cool. Couldn't find any merch to buy, so I bought a random kid a Cody hat. Oh, that's cool, dude, because that was his favorite wrestler.
That's so sweet, considering what Cody did on that show. Like,
that is awesome. That's really cool that you did that. Man, buying just a kid a hat for the hell of it. That's awesome.
So sweet.
Ryan Sullivan sends us another super chat for $50. Thank you very much. Thought I'd have a light week on chats, but of course, you two had to go be good people. I'm not amused. Yeah, that sounds like
Ryan.
So, yeah, as far as like Hell in a Cell, my favorite match definitely was Seth and Cody.
You mean Seth Franklin?
Yeah.
Rollins?
Yeah, Seth. Yeah, Seth.
He's like, how can you not love Seth? Like, he's the biggest troll.
Yeah.
The biggest troll, and such a I love him even more now.
Yeah.
Even more. Having in mind that he's just so selfless, he put over Cody 3 times and he didn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that was definitely my favorite match. But going back to like the Dynamite talk, the only problem I had, and this is it wasn't a problem because I love Kyle O'Reilly. I do. But the thing is when he won the Casino Battle Royale, I kind of knew like already he was going to lose. That just told me, like, that's why I kind of wanted somebody else to win it, because I thought maybe, I think everybody and their mother knew that Jon Moxley was going to win this either way, but that just gave it away even more when it was just I thought Andrade would have been perfect, like
I didn't want to see Andrade lose.
Yeah, I do understand that.
That's the thing. Like, I thought that Kyle O'Reilly was the best person to win that match because I don't think Moxley and Kyle ever faced each other, like on the Indies or whatever, or before WWE. I don't think they've ever faced each other, and it would have been something fresh. And Kyle O'Reilly would have looked amazing in defeat, having in mind that Kyle O'Reilly was given wins. A lot of wins before that, but Andrade has been losing all the time. I didn't want to see him lose. Like, if Andrade won, I would have wanted him to beat Moxley because I'm not satisfied by the way Andrade has been handled in AEW, and I don't think I've ever said that.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, I've loved all his matches with Pac, but like having a bad match with Pac means you're the problem. Like,
that was one thing that I did tell somebody in like a DM that I go, what? Oh, I think it was Doc. I told, like, I get why they did it, but I go, from a booking standpoint, I get it. It's not WWE. I completely understand, but I think what would have been really cool is if they would have just shocked and I get it. It wouldn't have happened, but I thought, how about one of those moments where you just shock the wrestling world and maybe somebody cost Moxley and O'Reilly won, and then maybe, and I know the WWE booking, people don't like it, but just for a week, just get people talking, and then
Yeah, but I don't think. I
I
think that's a slippery slope.
I do agree, but like in this case, I thought it would have been genius, like just to do it like because it's the last thing you would expect. That's why I was
I
going to go
know.
that
I
route.
get it.
But overall, I was really surprised with the Swerve and Keith Lee. That really shocked me. I was not expecting that.
I
Right
wasn't
there.
ready for them to split that team up, but having in mind they have like a gazillion tag teams on that roster, like I'm not opposed to that, but like my main problem with this battle royal was that like they didn't have to have the ass boys in there. Like I'm not saying that
Yeah.
I don't like them at all, but like none of us thought that they were winning, like why not have like that pathetic excuse that Wardlow had for not being in that battle royal. Just like Wardlow's my man, like
Yeah.
I know, but like Wardlow, that was a crappy excuse, dude. Like
Yeah.
I love you,
Yeah.
but that sucked. Like I want to pin Punk for that time. Well,
Yeah.
newsflash, genius, you
Yeah.
could have pinned him after he came back.
That was an awful excuse. That was something too that drove me nuts. That gives you like you're the champ, and so you're getting to face him. That gives you the guarantee of facing CM Punk. That did not make sense, and I thought
Yes,
they didn't do him any favors. And
they did not.
the one thing that I've been very, very like critical of is if they don't knock it off with Wardlow, and I know he's your guy, they got to stop with the security thing. Otherwise, they're going to turn him into a Goldberg, and people will start not liking him. It's just the way it is. That's just my opinion. But I think they got to stop with that.
Yeah, and Corey asks in the chat if John Moxley and Mike Bailey is this weekend. Is it this weekend? I don't remember if it's this weekend, but yes, Moxley versus Mike Bailey is going to be an amazing match.
I'll check. I don't think
it really doesn't matter if it's this week or the next one. I need to find that and watch it afterwards. And I love the back and forth between Adam Cole and Hangman.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It was okay, and if they give Hangman Okada, I will be perfectly fine with that. I don't think we're getting a match for Bryan Danielson. I don't know if he'll be. I'm not sure he'll be okay.
Oh, I hope so.
By that time, but like I suppose we're gonna talk about those injuries all our favorite wrestlers have been getting lately.
Yeah.
But like I'm terrified as fuck for Bryan Danielson right now.
Yeah, I hope he's okay to go because I don't
even care if he has a match. I just want it to be okay.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. You you obviously want him to be like healthy, and that's the thing. It's that's obviously, but I do hope too that he's good to go in time. But if not, his health is more important. The last thing we'll talk about on Dynamite. What do you think about this Mid Atlantic title? Or not middle,
All Atlantic.
Yeah, thank you. All Mid Atlantic. I was thinking of the old wrestling, but yeah, All Atlantic. What do you think of this?
I think it will look amazing on Miro's waist.
Yeah, I agree. I loved. So, like, I was driving back home, and I had the show on, like, on podcast going with Sean and Alex listening, and somebody did a super chat talking about, well, it doesn't make sense. Like, Miro is not from the Atlantic. Like, and I'm like, oh my god, like, you gotta be kidding me, people. Like, sometimes people will find stuff to just complain about for the hell of it. But I was like, yeah, I know. I'm like, well, he's been to the Atlantic, so hell, yeah, I know. That's how I felt. I'm like, but I hope he does win, and
I really hope he does win. Like it's uh I don't even care if I'm biased or not. Like Miro needs a title.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's how
off
that's how I
if you
feel
don't
about.
agree with that.
Well, that's how I feel about AJ Styles. I like, and I know you love AJ Styles too. I
Do
just
you want
think,
me to put the sink? Do you
yeah,
want me?
no, yeah, no, I'm okay there. But no, I think AJ Styles should have a title on him like all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Not all the time, but like most of the time. He's just that good. And yeah. But anyways, I'm excited. I do love tournaments, and I know they just had the 0-1 and they're going to another one. At least they try to make things interesting. And the one thing I will say is they need to, the women's wrestling in AEW, they got to do something because they're not doing anything. They're not doing any justice, in my opinion. They have
Maybe
to be
they
better.
just need to watch NXT UK.
Yeah, well, we might well since you brought it up, let's go ahead and transition to that.
Like
So,
I know I saw people on Twitter praising the main event that Impact Wrestling put on last night. I'm not saying anything bad about that. Like any main event that has Frankie Kazarian and the Motor City Machine Guns as a team, I'm all up for that. Like that main event was freaking awesome. But I'm just sitting here and like, why isn't anybody talking about Ivy Nile and Miko Satomura? Like that match. Okay. Uh, I don't want this to come off as if I'm you know as if I'm saying something bad about Ivy Nile, but like her matches to this day haven't been competitive at all. Like she got in the ring, she kicked some ass, and she got out because she's Ivy Nile, and she just like her physique. Like I will give you money if you just show me like videos of Ivy Nile training. Like I do not mind that at all. Like this woman terrifies me, okay? And when she was talking to Meiko Satomura throughout various episodes of NXT UK, she was showing respect to her. She let her know that she's been an inspiration and she's a fan of her work, which put over Meiko Satomura even more if you haven't been paying attention to NXT UK. So that match that Satomura had with Kaylee Ray was absolutely amazing. It was one of my favorite matches for last year. And now I think that this match was actually better for me because I actually watched Ivy Nile sell the crap out of everything that Mako put in her way, and this was so hard hitting. Like we saw some amazing flawless transition from one move to another, and don't get me wrong, but like European wrestling and Japanese wrestling and every kind of wrestling which hasn't come from North America. I think that those people are, from a whole different perspective of wrestling. I feel as though they actually murder each other in the ring, like they just it's just so hard hitting and back and forth. I love that match, and at the end, I almost thought that Ivy Nile was gonna win that title. I was almost sure because that rear hand choke that she does, which by the way, Aleister Black did in WWE before they fired him. He did that, and the way that I don't think that she's ever done that, but she laid on the ground and got her feet, over the torso of Mako. I love that, and it looked absolutely gruesome. I think that I actually choked while watching that.
yeah.
For a split second, I thought that Ivy was winning. They sold me a ticket, but then Mako Satomura got back and she did this thing. She pulled off Shayna Baszler, where she uh, doesn't let go of her hold and she gets pinned. I don't mind it when it's about Ivy Nile because in the short time that she's been a wrestler, how for how many years has she been training? Like I
I
don't
don't.
I don't think it's that much, but like I'm okay with her not knowing, not thinking on the second and not releasing that hold and getting
Yeah.
pinned by that way. I mind it when it's Shayna Baszler every freaking week
Yeah.
because she's like, I don't know how many years have we been doing that, and
Yeah.
she was champion for like 50,000 years. So I mind it when it comes to Shayna Baszler. I
Sure.
have no problem with Ivy Nile doing that. Guys, fucking go and watch this match. Just
Yeah.
watch that match. Like, if you like Ivy Nile now, you're gonna fucking adore her after that
Yeah.
match. Like, she looked amazing. She looked like money in this match.
Yeah. And we do have another super chat or from Ricardo the Mark. He says, "Wrung my hands like a villain versus Bud Matt versus Pac."
Oh,
Or
yes.
Pac. Sorry. I was like, I looked at that wrong. I was like, huh?
Yes. Buddy Matthews versus Pac was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Like that spinning rope DDT that Pac delivered to Buddy Matthews actually
Yeah.
squeaked a bit.
Yeah. Oh man, like that was like one of the things. Like that match was when they announced that match, it was just I don't usually like I put my phone down and just kind of like I said a couple words and I was like I just pretty much marked out. I'll just say that because I was like hell yes, thank you, and and
You
it was,
even sent me the tweet.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was excited. If I could do like other things like flips and shit, I would have. But because I was that excited, I was because
You
those
can
two are like,
try.
yeah. And if I do try, I'll record it. That way we can have an open like next week. That shit'll go very well. But well, let's go ahead and move on. Might as well go to Raw. Cody Rhodes came out, started off the show, and we don't usually talk about Raw much, but because it was after Hell in a Cell, and we knew Cody was going to have a conversation because of his nasty torn pec. He came out and basically, for a second, he kind of scared the hell out of me when he said that he kind of hinted that he might try to be at Money in the Bank, and yeah, I'm not. Trust me. If I do, it's going to be in a pool. But yeah, he hinted at Money in the Bank, but that's obviously not gonna happen. But he said some words and stuff like that, blah blah blah, and Seth Rollins came out and shook his hand.
Franklin Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Franklin Rollins, and we'll get into why that. We'll say why we're calling him
I think everyone knows.
Okay,
like,
well, it'd be some. Well, yeah,
he changed his Twitter name,
yeah,
Rob.
I saw that. Yeah,
He changed his Twitter name.
yeah. No, it's good stuff, or it's good shit, pal. But anyways, Seth came out and talked to him, and like shook his hand and stuff, and I knew once I saw. Obviously, I figured, like everybody else, we just kind of knew it was going to happen. But of course, when Cody had his back walking, like back looking at the crowd, I'm like, ah, shit, they're going to have Seth attack him. And the last thing I wanted was them to do this because I don't want him going when he comes back in 6 months or 7 months, and hopefully sooner. I don't want him going right back into a feud with Seth Rollins.
Oh hell no!
So, I just hope they don't go into it, but we'll have to see. Yeah, and then other than that, like the John Cena announcement, which I got wind of it Sunday night, not through Fightful. I actually had somebody sent me I know, for once my source was actually saying, hey, just so you know, he wrapped up his filming on he was doing the Acme vs. Coyote movie, the Looney Tunes movie, they said he wrapped up and he's going to be appearing on WWE later this month, but he's on his way to Europe right now. And I'm like, okay, I didn't understand, or he's one of the two. He was either on his way to Europe or on his way back. I didn't know. So I sent a message to Sean saying, hey, you might want to look into this. And he didn't get back to me, which is fine. And then the next day they announced it and I'm like, yay. So that's good. But, no, Rob Wilkins is not replacing Sean because I have two sources and one of them usually gives me wrong shit all the time, so I stopped using them. So now I'm technically down to one.
So it's not a source.
Yeah. Well, he gives me one like a year, so I don't usually listen to it. But he gives me one, and then it's like, fuck it, I don't want to listen to him. But he like I let him send me stuff, but I don't look into it if it sounds ridiculous. Yeah. So, anyways, let's move on. So, John Cena, and he's going to be our first Cooper effect, but we'll get into that in a second. John Cena's coming back, which is good. So, AEW was planning on having the Summer of Punk. WWE's going to be returning to the Summer of Cena, the way it sounds. Now, everybody's talking, and they've hinted at it on social media, that it's going to be Cena and Austin Theory. Fuck. Yeah, not a fan. Just not a fan of it at all. I just, I'm hoping it's a very short feud, like maybe one of those short 2-week things, kind of like what AJ Styles had with Grayson Waller type thing. Waller. Type feud, because I want to see Cena wrestle somebody big at SummerSlam. That's what I wanted. And we'll see.
I want to see Cena versus Tommaso Ciampa, but like Ciampa is a nobody on the main roster right now, so it's not happening.
Yeah. And like that's one thing I was hoping. And I know AJ is a face right now, but him and Cena always had fucking great matches.
Like,
and
this is like your safe choice.
Yeah.
You know, like I kind of think that we might actually get Finn Balor versus AJ Styles for SummerSlam.
Yeah. And yeah, that's for you, and I'm over here, yeah. And
I was like,
what the hell is that? But anyways, well, the one thing that I was hoping, or like in my I guess you'd say fantasy booking, is I was hoping it was going to be Edge and Cena, but they've already on I think it was Mike Johnson of Pro Wrestling Insider, PW Insider said that they've already put Edge back as a face, like on their internal stuff, which I figured they were. But that's what I was hoping. I was hoping we'd see Edge versus Cena at Mania, and maybe Cena was going to come back and kind of team up with AJ here and there, like be part of that feud. But I know one thing, and Sean's mentioned it quite a bit, like on Twitter and on some of the YouTube shows. Cena needs to wrestle more on TV instead of the dark matches.
He does. He really does.
That just doesn't make any damn sense. You use him. It doesn't make any damn sense for him not to wrestle on TV. It just made no sense. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. And of course you had the heel turn, but and then the last thing I'll mention about Raw is, do you think they're going with the Judgment Day versus Street Profits and Bianca angle now? Do you think, with the way Raw ended?
Might as well. Like I don't know. I suppose, but it's like at this point, I don't even care. Like I know the matches were gonna be good. Like it's as I say before and after every WWE pay-per-view. I know that the pay-per-view is gonna be good, like because that's the time where they rely on the wrestlers to do their jobs, and the wrestlers always do their jobs because they're professionals. But like, what sucks is the freaking buildup or lack thereof, towards those pay-per-views, and this it most of the time it sucks. Like, all right, apart from here and there, maybe some Roman Reigns stuff, but we're not getting that anytime soon, because it's Roman Reigns, and like whatever we get, I know it's gonna be good. Like, the match itself, the story's gonna suck balls. Like, but it's the thing we get with WWE. It's I suppose it's that way. I know I sound kind of apathetic about it, but it's like it's the thing keeping me together.
Yeah. No, I
And
understand.
I did not care for Becky Lynch losing to Dana Brooke. I'm not saying that they. Fuck it, I'm saying look, Becky Lynch shouldn't be losing to Dana Brooke. I don't give a fuck that it was via distraction or whatever other kind of crazy WWE shit. I don't give a crap about that. Becky got pinned by Dana Brooke. Like, I know it's the 24/7 title and it's supposed to look goofy, but like the last time I really, really enjoyed the 24/7 title when Akira Tozawa was fighting a shark for that title, like I think it was during the Empty Arena era. Was
Yeah.
it not? Like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun. I remember that segment. I laughed a lot. That's it was stupid and I loved it, but like, yeah, but if I may touch a little bit about Cody for a second.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a booker, I am not a wrestler, I'm not anything whatsoever besides a stupid bartender, and I don't think I know crap about that, but I didn't need to see Cody. Like, I love that match. I love the Hell in a Cell match between Franklin and Rollins, but I just cringed all throughout the entire match. Did you hit your?
No. I was laughing at the Franklin because it's just funny every time I hear it.
It's such funny. I just. Like, seeing Cody in that condition, like, I will never say that a wrestler owes me anything because nobody owes me anything. But like, I would have 100% like been okay if Cody didn't wrestle that night because, like, fucking look at his pec, and then he spread around his arm. Like, did you see the picture?
Oh yeah, I saw it. It was
Like, this looks absolutely awful. Like, I remember Triple H tore his pec like a couple of months ago. Like, I don't remember when. No, wait, it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
like,
it was
last year.
It was during that classic Shawn Michaels and
Triple that
H
classic. Yes,
Kane and Undertaker from
such a classic.
Go Fuck Yourselfville, Saudi Arabia. I think that event.
And it's like, I need for the wrestlers to take care of themselves and then give us what we want, because if they don't take care of themselves, they might not be able to give us what we want, like, for like that long time. I just, I don't care how long it takes. Like, fucking take care of yourself, Cody and Kenny and Bryan Danielson and
everybody
and everyone else. Like, I know I'm forgetting someone, but like, and Adam Cole and whatever. Like, I want them all to be well because I fucking love to see them perform, and I just want them to be okay. And just pace yourselves, like, Jesus. Like, we're not going anywhere, it's we'll always be here and we'll always be rooting for you guys, but like, we need you to take care of yourself first.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, kind of what Scott brought up there. Like, it's not just, that's the thing about Twitter.
Yeah, I know, like, guys.
But
you don't know how makeup works. If you have a match that long and you're that sweaty and it doesn't smudge. Like only a dude can say that.
Yeah.
Who's never put on makeup. Like I'm wearing only foundation on my face, and this is a huge amount of makeup for me because I do not wear makeup. At the end of our After Dark show, which airs on Fightful Select, I'm just like my face is melting, and I'm just sitting here. You know, this is ridiculous. It's not makeup. Like this, you don't know. You do not know how makeup works. Stop saying that. And this is a really, really weird way for you to say that you've never woken up to a girl in your life.
I mean, I've woken up next to clowns in my life, so I know. Anyways, the
Smooth.
yeah, I know. Oh fuck, where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I wanted to say, no, it was about Twitter, like just one thing, or no, it was about the post show. Somebody said, well, he set a bad precedent because now Vince is going to expect anybody to wrestle hurt, and
Oh no, never.
That's not the case. Like
it's not the first time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like some guys will go all out, like they want to do that. Some are just like no, and Vince isn't that way. Like, I mean, hell, he's changed his mind on the concussion stuff. He saw what it did, and they put a protocol in place. And he's. I know a lot of people don't like Vince, but that's one thing that I think people are just wrong about on the aspect of if he's going to expect people to work hurt. That just doesn't. That's not it.
No.
But Maggie, go ahead.
I know that people actually think that Vince is the devil. Like I know, like it's kind of exaggerating here. Like he doesn't want anyone to get hurt. Like guys, come on.
Yeah. Well, Maggie, you know what time it is?
Which one are we doing first? The adorable one or the one that made me cry? Oh, psych! They both did.
Well, it's up to you.
It's up to me. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Because we did.
You said a couple of minutes ago that we're going to talk about John Cena.
Yep.
So I'm making the John Cena one.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I suppose you saw on Twitter the amazing thing that John Cena did. He actually went to meet a boy who flew in from Ukraine to get away from everything that was happening. And the way that he actually did it was that his mother actually told him, we have to go away. And he didn't want to. And she said, we're going to go find John Cena. And that's how she got him to get away from that. And when John Cena heard about that story, he immediately fled to whatever the hell they were situated in. And he spent the day with that boy. Like he was, I'm not saying that I cried, but I kind of did. But I cry all the time. But it's always about like amazing things like that. And I remember there was this comment on Twitter from my boy Mark Wrestling Jeebus. He commented it. 15-year-old Mark hated John Cena. 15-year-old Mark was stupid. And I kind of agree on that one because I too hated John Cena because
Yep.
I think that at some point everyone kind of did, but it's like when you look past everything that happens in the ring, you actually see that this is a really, really nice guy. And it doesn't matter just how empathetic you are. Not all empaths are willing to do that because being an empath means that you actually have to go face to face with that thing that led to all these emotions that you're feeling. And this is actually me because I'm an empath, and I usually run from these things because they make me cry, and I just lose it. And I don't want people to see me like crying and losing it and whatever. And most of the time I run from that, and if you look like if you're an outsider, like it will look as if I don't care, but I really do. I just don't want to cry. And kudos for John Cena too. Like he's such a good person that he wanted to make that kid like have the day of his life, which meant that he had to put on a straight face and just be happy with meeting that person without getting all emotional. And because it's you don't want to cry in front of those people, because like they're gonna start crying too, and it just leads to a bigger and bigger mess. And it's just John Cena is the best, like doing these kinds of good deeds, like always, like it always brings a tear to my eye, because the world needs people like that, and the world needs to know that people like that exist. And if John Cena actually inspires people to do those kinds of things, then the good deed is done already. It's and it's it doing good deeds is basically you being selfish, because I love feeling good about doing good things, and I don't care if it's selfish. I don't care, because it also helps other people. Like helping other people means you need to help yourself also. So yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool that he did that. And damn, that's when I saw that, it was like I had tear in my eye, because I love watching those videos, like John Cena meeting fans, like for like Make-A-Wish, and just over like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and just overall, like that's I know what WWE does for for kids and people with special needs is top notch, and it is just awesome to watch. I mean, even at like the Special Olympics this year, Drew McIntyre spent most of his week down there, and it was cool to see. Like they do it, and none of them ever complain. That it's awesome. And you have to appreciate that people are doing that. And John Cena, he like misses the ring, but when he's not doing it in the ring, he's making movies. And I mean, for him
He's
to
inspiring people. Like
yeah,
this is
yeah,
like being
exactly.
an inspiration isn't like only being a role model. Role model. Jesus, I forgot how to English. It's
Yeah.
it's also about just being kind, because like it literally costs zero amount of money to be like a good person,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't be this hard. And if John Cena does it, it must be cool, right? Because it's fucking John Cena.
Yeah. And like you said, like when I was younger, I was the same way. John Cena, I'm like, this guy, pfft. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, this dude is badass. He's just
Oh,
awesome.
yes.
Yeah, it's just, like it just turned on me. Like just one day, it's like,
Yeah,
what
like you're a grown up when you start appreciating the crap out of John Cena,
Yeah.
and when you start rooting for Tom,
Yeah.
and actually go where Jerry's a scumbag.
Yeah.
That's how
I
you know
get-
you're a grown
yeah.
up.
We got another super chat here from our guy Sports Center. Na. A little something for Rob doing those 140 reps in the gym this week. I'm sure she was impressed. Seriously, admire the consistency. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, you look better and better every week. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate that. It's hard work. Like today, like I felt after I was done, it was like today was the first day like that I truly felt like I was gonna just blah. like it like I like literally like I don't know.
I suppose you'll have much more coming. Like,
Oh yeah. Like but it, and
you
it was
always remember your first.
yeah, today was just like it was the first big like abdomen workout that I've had. And like it was like, whoa, I don't like this. And it was fun, but it was like once I was done, it's just like, what's going on here?
Yes, thank you everyone for sending in your super chats. Please keep them coming as we are donating them to towards a good friend of ours, helping them out. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
they go
also
to
like the video.
yeah, they all go. All the super chat proceeds go to the Great Fowler on Twitter, at the Great Fowler. He's a great guy, like we talked about earlier. Just it goes for a really good cause, and it would definitely help him out. Moving on. I checked with Jeremy about that Pro Wrestling Revolver show with Mike Bailey versus John Moxley. Mm-hmm. He is not going to make it, unfortunately. It's not too far from him, but he's not going to be able to make it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so that sucks. I knew it was in his area, but I couldn't remember if he was going to make it or not. So that sucks. But well, let's go ahead and preview SmackDown and Rampage tonight. SmackDown, they actually have qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. We're going to see...
Oh, shit!
Yeah, so you're going to see your guy Drew McIntyre taking on Sheamus.
Why is it my guy?
Well, I just figured he was your guy.
Because he's from Europe?
No, well, both of them are. So I just gave you one of them. If you want Sheamus to be your guy, that's fine too. I don't care.
I like Sheamus.
Okay.
Like guys, please go and watch the video of Sheamus and being a guest on Conan O'Brien. And I will tell you why. Because like Conan O'Brien looks at Sheamus and he's like, everyone keeps asking me, why aren't you buff? And he was like, well, you know, us Irishmen, like, you know, we're not buff. And you go out there and mock me with your physique. Because, like, Sheamus is all buff. And I love Conan O'Brien. Like, and that interview was really, really great. I think it was around the time he was U.S. champion. I don't remember. But, like, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, I know how that goes lately. But no, like I know Miro's her guy. I know, but she can have other ones. So, like I would just, but yeah, so you have that. You also have the Intercontinental title match tonight. No contender match. Ricochet's defending his title against Gunther. It was a hell of a title run for Ricochet, I guess you'd say.
I don't even remember he was a champion, but hopefully when Gunther wins that, Walter wins that. Yeah. Hopefully when Walter wins that title, it actually begins to mean something. Like, might as well give him the U.S. title so he can do something with it too. And that's the thing. It's not the wrestler's fault. Because I'm not saying that Ricochet isn't a good wrestler, because he's one of the best. And I just want to see that title be on TV and be defended. Like, here's an interesting statistic. When was the last time that the IC title was defended on a pay-per-view?
Oh, God, it was over a year ago, I thought.
Yes, it was the drum match on WrestleMania last year.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
you know...
This
is a real thing.
Yeah, it's dumb. And I don't get it. Like, when you look at the history of that title, I mean, you talk about everybody, like, for the most part, like, from the 90s and up, like, if you were a star in the WWE, you held that title at least almost once. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had...
Look at Quick Vic's
chat. I see it. Yeah, that's... Yep, 1492. But you had, I mean, everyone.
What have you done, Rob?
Oh, I was the one that started that. I think it was Bob O'Neill that did.
But I don't care. Like, you're the one keeping it together.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I love to. Bob O'Neill. Bob was the one that started that, I believe. Anyways, but Edge, The Rock, Triple H, like, just so many people held that. Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, have held that title. And now it's like it doesn't mean anything to Vince. What the hell? But maybe if if Walter has it, maybe he'll change his damn mind. Who knows?
I will never understand why they didn't do a ladder match for that Intercontinental Championship this year on WrestleMania, as it was just like after Scott Hall passed away. Like, this was a travesty for not doing that, like a memorial, you know.
Yeah, then that's what I think. I even said it on our show that they should call it the Scott Hall Memorial match or something like that. I mean, they have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Why not call it the Scott Hall Ladder Match or whatever you want to call it? Yeah. So Xia Li is taking on a returning Lacey Evans, unless they put her back on Raw next week.
Is it
So-
really? Like,
Well, yeah.
I don't mean to seem unprofessional, but I'm learning about you guys with you about that, you know, about these matches. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Nope. So, yeah, Xia Li versus Lacey Evans is and that could change. You know, they could move Xia Li or they could move Lacey Evans to Raw before you know it tonight. And
Again,
yeah,
I was confused. Like, they moved her to Raw, and then, well, she's on SmackDown. I was like, what? Am I on something without knowing? Like,
Yeah. No, I get it. And like, Ashley, I see your comment. I just want to say thanks for checking it out. But yeah, if you go to Fightful.com, there's actually a link that shows that we're on like live now. So yeah, we are definitely Fightful, just so you're aware. Yeah, so AEW Dynamite tonight, or sorry, Rampage tonight. Whew, another big match, or big matches. You have FTR and teaming with Trent Beretta, taking on Will Ospreay and the Aussies.
I can't
Hell yeah.
wait.
Yeah, that one's going to be what they call good shit, pal, I'm sure. Or Aussie Open, not the Aussies.
The interesting thing here is that people who aren't familiar with New Japan will see what Will Ospreay does in the ring.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so if you don't watch New Japan, I don't know how long this match is going to be, but definitely if they give them some time, they'll love it.
Yes, like, regardless of what your opinions are towards Will Ospreay, like, everyone's allowed to have an opinion about this, but we're not talking about his, you know, outside of the ring stuff. Like, we're talking about what he does, what he's capable of doing, you know, in the squared circle, and he's one of the best to ever do it. And
Yeah, that's our friend Corey says my coworker who was at the show said FTR and Trent versus Aussie Empire. And okay, cool. The women's match were amazing, awesome. And the women's match tonight is Red Velvet versus Chris Statlander. Then you also have Jay Lethal and Santam Singh versus Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, and Eddie Kingston versus Jake Hager. Well, I like watching Eddie Kingston, so that's good.
yeah, okay, but I just don't want him to lose, which I suppose he will.
You never know, you know. We'll see.
You never know. I know, but it's Jake Hager. Like, they have a weird boner for Jake Hager, and I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I Jake Hager's one of those guys that he could have been just so much bigger and better, but just certain things got in his way. Oh well, that's on him. But what if you were to, out of the matches we announced tonight, would you say the trios match is the one you're excited for the most, or are you
On Rampage, right?
Yeah.
I suppose so, yeah. But I would, you know, I've been so in love with Chris Statlander as of lately, and well, no, I've always liked her, but I love the way that the crowd is firmly behind her now because she, she deserves a spot at the top, and I j- I'm I just want to see Christian Statlander wrestle like a lot,
Yeah.
because that's she's one of the originals, if you can, like, if I can say it like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I just want to see him thrive. It's a like their women's division will always be something I always crap on because it needs a lot of work, and it's been 3 years and it's not. I don't think it's getting better. Like they're like little baby steps, I suppose, but it's like they they had to be like way further along in 3 years than they are now. And putting Chris Statlander on the show means that they're actually listening, because I will never forget that huge amounts of boos that Ruby Soho got when she beat Statlander. I was baffled. Like, I know people love Chris Statlander, but it's like it was Ruby Soho, and she, bless her heart, she tried, you know, to not give so much attention to that. But it's like,
Yeah.
I'll always appreciate women's matches.
Yeah. No, and then I just see that Fievel added something to the SmackDown preview that the Xia Li and Lacey Evans match is going to be Money in the Bank qualifying, so that'll be interesting. And then Max,
It's good that they're actually making qualifying matches this year,
Yeah.
because like,
yeah, and Max Dupree will unveil his first Maximum Male models. So
you mean LA Knight?
yeah, well, yeah.
Right.
Oh God. And then supposedly Matt Riddle will confront Roman Reigns. So I'm wondering if Roman will show up. I don't know. Who knows? I doubt it. But
Who
yeah.
knows?
Who knows?
Not me.
Well,
Was that Nirvana? I thought, yeah.
It sounded like it.
Yeah.
The Rock sent a tweet out to Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. He watched their match.
Franklin?
Yeah, Franklin. Sorry, I keep doing that. But he basically told him hell of a match. Go make that money, which is a pretty damn good compliment to have from The Rock. You know, a guy that made a lot of money in WWE. And the one thing that a lot of people were talking about this morning is, oh, bless you. Well, she's going to go again. Oh, do we got another? I think she had another one. I don't know. Are you okay?
Jesus, I'm fine.
Okay. What the
I'm
hell?
sorry. Did I make you lose?
Yeah. What else is new? What people were talking this morning. Which I get it. A lot of people don't care about it. It's his opinion. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's the first 5-star match that Meltzer's given in a long time. The Hell in a Cell match, and I liked it. I think that was a good rating. But that it surprised me.
They told the story. Like,
Yeah.
this is the most important thing. Like, WWE matches, like pay-per-view matches, are always amazing, but there's no story there, you know. But like, they told the story in this match, and this is why it gets the 5-star rating.
Yeah, and that was perfect. And like I said, usually I don't talk about that because it's a person's opinion, but I really thought that because so many people were like rather surprised by it, and like, cool, you know, it was, I get it. I agree. It was a hell of a match. It's been somewhat like, even though it's like there was a lot of good things that happened, like in wrestling, like wrestling wise in the ring and stuff, it's been somewhat of a quiet week for like news. MJF, there's been talk that he's actually looking for some movie roles, possibly.
He's gonna be so good in Hollywood. Like, it's already there.
Oh yeah, he's got it. So just depends if he gets the jobs or not. So do you basically, from what we know, is it turned like it was bad. Things were bad. Then they got better because it turned into a work, and then things were good again after the match. And basically, he got to go out and cut a promo. And obviously, it sounds like it got bad again because some people say he took it further than he was supposed to, and now nobody really knows. And
It's up in the air, I guess.
yeah, I think, and it's still a work to an extent, but I'm wondering,
Like CM Punk came out, you know,
yeah,
like
it was,
with his injured leg.
yeah, yeah, and that's the other thing, man. Like that was before we like knew what was going on with CM Punk. I mean, we knew he was injured, but we didn't know it was that bad.
Like because I didn't know that CM Punk was injured when he came out limping on his leg, and I was like, it's totally a work. Like he's selling his like his supposed injury that he's supposed to be having, and then it turns out that CM Punk really is hurt, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder. And this is just because my memory sucks, which you know, but did they say what the timeline is for him to be out?
I don't think they did.
Okay.
No, but it's like if it's, I don't care for how long it is.
Yeah.
I'm all for them having an interim championship, and the only reason I'm glad that they did that with that TNT championship is because I now know what the word interim means because I had to look it up. I did not appreciate what they did to that TNT title because like Cody wasn't there for like a week. I didn't need an interim championship for that. In this particular instance, this works because I think that fans would have been absolutely devastated if they stripped CM Punk off of that title. And I'm speaking about my mom, Kate. I think that she wouldn't have, stopped crying like for like days and days. And I didn't want that to happen. Like the world needed, and the world was rooting for CM Punk to win that title, which didn't mean that they were against Hangman. Like this was just a storyline. And having in mind that Hangman is again drinking beer from the audience, so this is another storyline that they're telling. Like
Yeah.
that he's going back to his old ways, and I have complete faith in them that they will tell the story right. And then CM Punk got injured, which always sucks because I never want wrestlers to be hurt.
Yeah.
Like a shoot.
Yeah.
And like this thing that they're gonna have, like I kind of think it's gonna be Moxley because like at the end of the day, CM Punk versus Moxley would be like
Yeah. It'd be worth.
something that most people will be looking forward to, and it would be a money match as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
And,
thing. Like, see, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Like John Moxley and Dean Ambrose, I don't think they have much in common.
Yeah.
Apart from the person
Yeah. The actor is about it.
portraying like the two guys, because like Dean Ambrose had like the ring presence is kind of there in both situations, but it's like Dean Ambrose was always like this kooky character. It didn't matter if it was like a really important match. It really didn't matter. It was Dean Ambrose was always kind of kooky, like it's the lunatic fringe, and I never understood what that meant that way.
Oh, that's WWE nicknames.
Yeah, I know. And like John Moxley is a different animal, and exactly like Bryan Danielson is a different guy than Daniel Bryan. Like they both can wrestle the crap out of a match, and you're always gonna love it. But like that aggression isn't there, like because even when Daniel Bryan was the Earth guy and he was supposed to be a heel, even then when you're a heel in WWE, you don't get to do all the things that you're doing. But at this time, I just want Bryan Danielson to be safe and to be fine, because like when I found out that he was hurt, and I was just like shivering, like this, like I don't want that. Like, he needs to rest up. I don't care for how long. I just want it to be 100% when he comes back, before I lose my shit again. And we know that Adam Cole isn't what you may call something serious. Like, is it like a? It's really really raining here. Can you
I
hear
don't.
my rain?
No, I can't hear your
No,
rain.
okay, but it's just
Yeah.
a huge amount of rain.
Nice.
Yeah, thankfully I can sleep tonight because it's not like a heat wave.
Mhm.
It's actually kind of distracting, you know. So Adam Cole isn't that serious? Maybe like is it?
No, I don't think so. The way they made it sound, it's not. So it shouldn't be too long for him, I don't
Yeah.
believe. But Maggie, you ready for the next one?
Guys, the next Cooper fight is just so adorable. They actually like they have like this nursing home for senior citizens, and they decided to make their day a little bit more wholesome by flooding them with little puppies. Like, they actually brought little puppies so that the senior citizens could play with them, so that they can they can pet them, they can squeeze the little fuzzballs, and just there's always when I read that article, it kind of reminded me of like, I don't know if you've seen that TV series Scrubs.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the main character, I forgot whatever the hell his name was.
JD.
Okay.
Oh, I was just telling. I
Alright.
thought you were asking.
Okay, and he was doing his bit where like this patient was lying on the bed, and he just like poured a huge amount of puppies on top, and the patient was cured, because there's all these puppies, like a miracle. So this is just so great, like little fuzzy creatures, which I love more than people. Like, you just give them to to senior citizens and just watch them like lose their shit.
Yeah. Oh, I
Like, I want to be an old lady in that nursing home, please.
so they bring you animals. Yeah. I
Yeah, like, they can give me puppies. Like, the only thing that sucks here is that they actually have to get them back, because they're not theirs.
yeah.
Yeah, like, that's the crappy part here.
Yeah. That's yeah. It's I live less than a mile from a animal shelter, and it's just like every part of me just like sometimes I just think about it. It's like, man, it'd be so nice to just let them all out. Just like let somebody just adopt them or just take them. Like, it's just it sucks because
Yeah,
occasionally, like if I'm out walking, I can hear them. Like, and it's just heartbreaking. But next week we have Slammiversary predictions that we'll be doing.
can't wait for that show. It's gonna be so good.
What match are
They
you looking for?
actually added Alex Zane to that match. Oh my god, it's gonna be match of the year. I'm saying it. It's match of the year. I enjoy the crap out of X Division matches. Like, they're like, you basically are guaranteed the best match on the card.
Oh yeah, I mean they go all out, so
Yeah.
they like to do that. What's the what's one of the other matches you're looking forward to?
Oh, I'm just looking forward to that match. Really,
That one?
really,
Yeah.
really good.
That's
Yeah, of course, I want to see Eric Young versus Josh Alexander, because I actually love Josh Alexander as a wrestler. Are we getting Sammy Callahan against Moose, or
Yeah.
is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting. I love Sami Callihan. I've loved him so much. I've missed him so much. I just want to see Sami Callihan versus everyone. I want to see him against John Moxley. I want to see him against Eddie Kingston. Really, really bad. I just, it's like the promo wars between Eddie Kingston and Sami Callihan is going to be a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying we're getting it. I'm just spitballing.
Yeah. Kenny Williams sends us a super chat asking us our personal favorite wrestlers of all time. Maggie, I'll let you go first.
Well, all time, if we're talking all time, it's The Rock.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, how about this?
like,
how about we do? I
of
saw
all
this
time
on
and current.
Yeah, let's do that. Like I saw somebody on Twitter do that the other day. Like, who's your? I think they did your first favorite wrestler, your current favorite, or your first. I don't. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're saying.
Thank you.
Like,
I don't know what
get
the
it.
hell I'm saying, but you know.
I don't know. I got you. Like, we've been doing this for a while. Like, I'm in your head. So of all time, The Rock. Currently, it's really easy to say it's Kenny Omega. Like, a really, really close second is AJ Styles. Really, really close second.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. That was Denise that did that. My favorite of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart. And then right now, it's AJ Styles for me. AJ is my guy. I have not liked how the Fed has used him in the past 2 years, but yeah. So, but that's the thing. Like, I appreciate almost like all the wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like, every single one of them. Like Kevin Owens is probably like a close second. Like he would be probably number 2 for me.
I'm not saying that I hate every other wrestler, but like these are like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Oh my God, Sami Zayn. Like and you have, and these are like all the male ones, like the women's. My all time will always be AJ Lee, and right now it's Bianca. Maybe like it's Becky, Bailey. Like there's so many of them. Like
and like for like on the women's side, I loved Alita.
Of course,
she was just awesome. And then now it's probably Bailey. I absolutely love watching Bailey wrestle. She's great.
I miss her.
I miss her so much too.
WWE misses her.
I hope she's at Money in the Bank.
I hope so. Like the thing I hope, like either of men's or women's matches, like they. So, what are you doing?
I was putting this.
Okay.
Yeah. Zip.
It sounded as if you were.
No, I know. I get that now. Like, it's like, nope. Like, I get it.
It was as if you're opening up a snack, and I'm like, what are you eating?
No, nothing.
Yeah, okay. So what I was going for is either men's or women's. Like, they need to pull off a Brock Lesnar and just go out, and someone not in the match just goes out and just gets the briefcase and just goes home. Like, I would love it if that would have been Bailey, just so, like, she comes in with her street clothes, pulls off the briefcase and just disappears.
It just walks out. Yeah,
just walks out and just disappears. Then we don't see her for months.
flips the bird at Michael Cole or something and walks out. And just that was like one of the best things, is how she would just yell at Michael Cole. I absolutely
Belanca, you idiot.
Yeah. But Eric Freeds sends us a super chat. Thank you, buddy. He says, "Hello, coexisting people. Shout out to you both and to the people of the chat. Also, favorite Parkway Drive songs."
Ooh, Parkway Drive songs. Well, Dead Man's Chest is, I think it's my all-time favorite. And then you have The River is right up there. Romance is Dead is also a favorite song of mine. Yeah. Wild Eyes, I suppose. Like, I can go on and on, but like, you have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Absolutely no idea.
Okay, like Parkway Drive are a metalcore band from Australia, and that's yeah, I've seen them 3 times. They come three times in Bulgaria. It's always been so fun.
What was the first song you said?
Romance is Dead.
That one sounds familiar. But I don't know.
I don't think it does.
But that might. Well, no, maybe it's just like about my life. I don't know.
Guys, have in mind, Rob, that Parkway Drive are Franklin Rollins' favorite band, and his entrance music, it's like it's gonna take someone a while to try and talk me out of the fact that this song is 100% inspired by Parkway Drive. Like the whole this is straight out of Parkway Drive song.
Oh, I'll have to listen to it. Check it out. Huh. Because I like that.
Like Seth Rollins has never, like he's always talked about how much he loves Parkway Drive. And before WrestleMania, when he beat Brock Lesnar, I want to say, before he beat Brock Lesnar, he was I don't remember who interviewed him, but he was always talking about, like, he was listening to Atlas, which was Parkway Drive's latest album, while he was training. And I was like, oh shit, he's gonna come on like with the intro to that album, because that album has one of the best intros ever.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. Well, before we go into jokes, I have to do this.
Look at all those chickens.
I think this is the first. Nice. I was not expecting you to go right into. This is the first time I think I've done jokes in 2 weeks. Because just last 2 weeks have been kind of nuts. Only 2 this week, but they both made me laugh, so I had to go with them. Why did the paperman give the sex worker a 5-star rating?
Why?
She blew him away.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're gonna get fired.
Oh, that was a hell of a run. The next joke. I was crossing the street when I suddenly noticed my ex getting run over by a bus. I thought to myself, wow, that could have been me. Then I remembered I don't know how to drive a bus.
I saw that coming.
And I always make that joke about my ex too, so that I had to go with that one. Not the best, but they both made me laugh, so I said, what the hell, let's go with it.
What the hell, yeah.
What the hell. Got about 3 minutes left, but
so we have 3 minutes left. So guys, shout out to our friends at Elite POV, and shout out to our friend Jackie, who, like, today is one of the most important days for her. Like, she knows what I'm talking about. Like, please, everyone, give Jackie all the love you can. Like, she's at Love You Make 24. Like, she's had, like, I hope she has the best day ever. She's doing something that she loves today, and just we love you and we hug you. And I suppose that everyone will see what I'm talking about, like, in some time, because she will tell everyone at some point. And we're thinking about you, Jackie, and so hope you have the best time.
Yeah, yep. So what she's doing today is pretty cool, and you can pretty much figure it out if you go to Twitter and check out her Twitter. But
if you know Jackie, you probably know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but yeah, she's gonna have an excellent day. So yeah, next week we have Slammiversary. We have I'm sure we'll talk about tonight's match on Rampage, the 6-man tag.
Sure
and who knows, we might be talking about a new Intercontinental Champion.
Walter.
Yeah, Walter. And do you have any predictions who your guy LA Knight's going to add to his group?
I have no freaking idea.
Yeah, me neither.
I got nothing. Like, I'm all for being surprised here. Like, and the good thing about me working so much is that tomorrow I have the night shift, which means first of all I'll get some sleep, and second
Yay.
of all I'll be able to watch SmackDown and Rampage in peace. But the weird thing is that tomorrow there's a concert in my bar, and I hate working during concerts. It's like I can never hear anything. The band that's playing, I don't remember the name of the band. This is so unprofessional, but the guys are from New York.
Oh,
Yes, and they play black metal with jazz motives.
huh.
This, like, what I'm like, what I hope happens here is that they can fit me into a briefcase and just like take me with them to New York, and I can have a good time with Kate because she's in Jersey, and like see all the different kinds of people, and just I'll get back, of course. Like,
Well, what the? Not gonna come see me? What the hell?
well, you're in Minnesota,
Well, I know, but you're like, I'll go to New York and then just call it. What
but
the
they're
hell?
from New York.
I don't give a damn. You get over. Like, just make it happen, lady. All right, Maggie, tell them where tell them where they can find you.
You can follow me on Twitter at Maggie_IK, where you can obviously see Rob giving me crap about this for forever, and on Instagram at Maggie.IK. It's never about wrestling there. It's usually about me giving my second love, Twin Peaks, like all the attention in my Instagram stories. Yeah.
Well, if you want to follow me and take me to New York, maybe follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram. What the hell is my Instagram name? At Fightful Rob, I think, or Rob Fightful. Either way.
Fightful Rob.
Okay, there's only one picture, and I don't even remember what the hell it is. So there you go. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, we're going to be going over to Fightful Select for Coexisting After Dark. Our guest is none other than Drew.
That bitch Drew.
That bitch Drew. His Twitter name is it's Money Drew, right? Or big, yeah, isn't it Money Drew? Jesus. It's like, I don't know, man. I'm doing hell of a job promoting. I always like something at the end of the show. You know what did it? You flustered me because you don't want to come see me. You just want to go to New York and you want to go. You know what? Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week, maybe. Or maybe I'll get somebody else. You know, Maggie might be by herself. We don't know. That's it. Bye-bye.